We are back on Madden 23 for the Pittsburgh Steelers franchise. We're here in Week 8, 1 week before the bye, and we're going to be taking on the Philadelphia Eagles, who are 3-3. We are 1-6, probably the worst team in the league. So looking for a win here against the Eagles. Funny enough, our only win came against one of the better teams in the game. So can we get the win versus the Eagles? We're going to do some things before we get on the field, but first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the second mock draft that has come out. So looking at the mock draft here, we are projected to pick third overall, and they have us selecting Tyree Baker, the edge rusher out of Oregon State. I'm not really sure that makes sense. We'll take a look at him. We're 75% scouted on him. I think we're solid on the edge rush position, so I don't really know that we would draft somebody like this, but he looks pretty good. I mean, you see the ones that say D to F are coverage stats, and we already know this isn't a coverage linebacker. This is a guy who's going to rush the passer and make plays that way in the game. So he looks interesting, but like I said, we will look more at the scouting and the mock drafts and the prospects during the bye week. So that's what I want to do. Is I do want to make a video for the bye week in particular, and then we'll look at the prospects then. We also got a breakout running back scenario here. I wasn't sure if you could get breakout scenarios playing as the owner. I know you could as the coach. Maybe they just don't happen as often when you're the owner. But we got one here for Najee Harris. He says, "Man, I'm still upset about that loss last week. I did everything I could, but it wasn't enough, and I want our next game to be different. So keep feeding me the ball against Philadelphia. I'm going to pick up where I left off, and I'm going to show these dudes what an elite running back looks like." I mean, if he plays anything like he plays in real life, he is definitely not an elite running back, but we shall see. We need to get 4 touchdowns or 200-plus rushing yards with Najee Harris. That's going to be pretty tough. I don't think that's really going to happen. So looking at this right here for our national scout, we have to pick a position. Looking at it, he is an expertise in the cornerback position, and the strength of the class is cornerback. So I think for the focused position, I'm going to go with corner. I think corner is a real possibility for us to draft in the upcoming draft, but I don't want to take a corner way too early either. So we will do corner, and at least we'll know a lot about this year's class as far as the cornerback position goes. Also, the biggest news for this week is Kenny Pickett is going to be making his first career start, the 24-year-old rookie out of Pitt. I think that he could be better than what we are used to. So far in the season, though, he's got 4 completions for 10 attempts. He's been sacked 4 times, so that tells me he's hanging on to the ball a little too long. No touchdowns and 1 interception. He has not had a rush attempt so far this season, but Kenny Pickett will be getting his first career start as a Pittsburgh Steeler. We'll see how it works out, Is he our future? Possibly. I don't know. Also, looking at player negotiations, so far there's only one player that I'm super high on trying to bring back, and that's Deontay Johnson. We've already sent him one offer. We can try to send him another one. I just don't know if I'm willing to pay what he would want. He has no interest in coming back. The franchise quarterback thing is the one that's really taking him down a lot. We can try a low-level contract here in the upcoming weeks, but more than likely, if we want to bring him back, we're going to have to bring him back via the franchise tag. So we'll see. But I would like to make Deontay Johnson a part of this future team, but it's going to be harder to bring him back than we initially thought, but that's why the franchise tag is there, so we'll figure out what we'll do with Deontay Johnson. Training is complete, and I think we have been very lucky to have no injuries so far this season during training. With that being said, though, I'm ready to get into this game. I will see you guys for the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Philadelphia Eagles. One more thing before we get into the game. The Eagles will be without 2 defensive backs. Now I'm ready to get into this game. Let's go. Here we are in Philadelphia. We're still in Pennsylvania, but we're not in Pittsburgh as the Steelers match up against the Eagles. Kenny Pickett making his first career start in this game. I'm excited to see how it's going to turn out. The Eagles have a good team. They're 3-3. We're 1-5. Or are we 1-6? I don't remember. I might have to edit that out. I'll probably leave it in, though. But here we are in our away uniforms. I don't know. It's been 3 weeks. Approximately 3 weeks since I last played this franchise. I don't know if we're going to come away with a victory today. I'm going to try and be optimistic. We can still go 500, but we would have to dominate the rest of the season. And then if we went 500, I'd say we might be able to make it to the playoffs, but we'll see how this game goes. One thing that I'm looking for in this game is, can we get pressure? We have not gotten pressure at all, and that's not Pittsburgh Steelers defense to not get pressure. The defense has played well, but only 10 sacks on the season. That number needs to go up big time. But I'm ready to get to kickoff. Eagles Steelers coming up. In the advanced settings, I usually pick receive, but we are kicking off. Once again, the Eagles will have the ball to start this game. Boswell has it teed up, and he's going to boot this one away, and we are underway here in Philadelphia. It's going to be a touchback. Watkins will not be able to return it. Out comes Jalen Hurts, who's having an unbelievable start in real life. Can he continue that and play that well like he is in real life here in Madden? 8 touchdown passes on the season with 1 interception, 1,500 yards passing. I want to try and find a good defensive set to try and stop teams. I don't want to continue to call the same plays, so we'll see what we can do here in this game. Hurts' first pass is complete to Devontae Smith for 6 yards. Hurts here on 3rd down. Drops back in the pocket. He steps up in the pocket, and he's going to pick up the first down with his legs. Big run there for Jalen Hurts as they pick up their first down of the game, a 13-yard carry. You know, I actually haven't called a lot of cover 2 in any game that I've ever played. I don't really like it for some reason, but we're going to call it here. Hurts is going to get out of the pocket. He's got a lot of speed, and Hurts is going to pick up the first down into Steelers territory. 2nd down and 4 now. Eagles with the ball at the 40-yard line. Bunch left. Sanders in the backfield. Hurts drops back, standing tall in the pocket. Hurts is going to scramble again, and he's going to pick up another first down. He's got a lot of yardage, and he's to the 20-yard line. Big time run for Jalen Hurts. I do need to take the time to figure out, you know, when a quarterback gets out of the pocket and starts scrambling, how do I send my defense after him? I need to figure that out. I need to take the time to do it. 1st down and 10. He's going to hit his target across the middle. 1st down, Eagles. 1st down and goal. Eagles go empty here. Can we get pressure? TJ Watt needs to step up this season. He has not played well at all. I'm going to say he's probably battling through an injury in this game. I don't know what's going on. That ball's going to be intercepted by Casey. It seems like time and time again we make a play on the opening drive. Our defense gives us a chance. Now can we respond is the question. It was tipped by Levi Wallace, intercepted. Cam Hayward, you see, had pressure on Jalen Hurts, and he made a bad decision. Casey with the interception. Casey. I need to figure out that pronunciation. But here is Kenny Pickett making his NFL debut as a starter. We have seen him a little bit. He has 0 touchdowns and 1 interception with 26 yards on the season. He's dropped back 14 times. He has been sacked 4 times. What can we do today with Kenny Pickett? We will shortly be changing the playbook up, more than likely at the end of this season. But 1st down and 10, we're going to go pistol on the first play. Pickett will give the ball to Najee Harris, and Najee Harris is going to cough it up on 1st down. I don't understand it. You get in those tackle battles and you try to make a play, and it seems like 60 to 70% of the time, you're going to fumble. I think in that situation, we just got to cover the ball up and hope for the best. Eagles will keep the ball now. It's as if we never even had the ball. 1st down and 10, and Najee Harris, that breakout performance is not coming to a good start. Defense needs to make a play here. The Eagles with their 11th play of the game coming up here. They give us to Miles Sanders. He's got a hole, and it's going to be a touchdown for the Eagles. The fumble by Najee Harris leads to the Miles Sanders touchdown. Eagles are going to go up 6-0. Freiermuth will head to the backfield. 2nd down and 12. It's going to be a play action. And the pass is going to be to Chase Claypool for a 1st down. Kenny Pickett leads him up the field, and Claypool will give us our first down of the game. We need to get more 1st downs. You know, I think when I look at our offense, it's a lack of scoring, but it's a lack of picking up 1st downs. We have way too many 3 and outs. We got to respond in this game right now. We got the interception. We did nothing with it. We got to respond. I'm going to go with the pistol set here on 3rd down and inches. Got to give it to Najee Harris here. And he's going to pick it up. 1st down, Steelers, our 2nd of the drive. This time when I went to make a play call, the computer wanted us to kick the field goal. We're not going to kick the field goal. We're going to run single back formation, just straight ahead. Najee Harris 1st down. His 7th carry of the 1st quarter. He's going to be the workhorse today. You know, unlike real life, we're going to try and get him the ball a lot, and hopefully he can run with some power and not so much finesse. Boswell will kick it, and it is right down the middle, 7-3. I'm happy we got points there. You know, that's a way to respond after you fumble on the first play for the Eagles offense from the 29-yard line. Bunch to the left. Miles Sanders in the backfield. Hurts will find his tight end. It's going to be a first down. He breaks a tackle to the 43-yard line. Goes Dallas Goedert. We're going to try and dial up some pressure here. We got Terrell Edmonds playing down in the box. Second down and 2. We got the 3-4 defense. It's a give to Miles Sanders. He hasn't had many opportunities in this game, but he's made the most of them. 2 carries for 13 yards with the touchdown. Can Watt get home now this time and make a sack? Watt is free. Bad throw. And it's intercepted by Robert Spillane, who's filling in for the injured Devin Bush. And Spillane's got the sideline. Into Eagles territory. Our second interception. Minka Fitzpatrick tipped it to Robert Spillane, and the third string middle linebacker gets the interception. It was TJ Watt who brought pressure, and it was Jalen Hurts who threw the terrible pass. Man, if you're Minka Fitzpatrick, you got to come down with that one right there. That's contract money right there. Robert Spillane with the interception, though. Like to see it. We got the ball back. So I want to bring something up here. I have the game paused, but for some reason, even though you have everything set to manual, if there's an injury, the CPU will go in and edit your depth chart. So I'm like looking at the field and I'm noticing that George Pickens is in the slot, but he's not in the slot where I want him. I don't want him in the slot. I want Claypool there. I don't understand why the game does that, but we'll have to make the adjustment and move on. But it is Claypool in the slot, and I'm going to have to look at the depth chart every week, it appears. Back to the action, 3rd down and 8 here. We're going to actually go to Pickens, who I just complained about being in the slot, and now 4th down and 2, we have a decision to make. You cannot make this up. The game wanted me to go for it again, so I decided to go for it. We could kick a field goal here, and as a matter of fact, I think we just might. But I think the win might be at a disadvantage for us. It would be a manageable field goal, but we are going to go for it here. We got Claypool, and we hit Claypool across the middle. It's a first down. 3rd down and 4 here. I'm going to go with a play that worked very well in last game. It's that counter play. We're going to call it. And it's Najee Harris for a Steelers first down. We have not had a lot of success running the ball. Only 2.9 yards per carry in this game for Najee Harris. But it has worked when we've called it. First down, and we're in the red zone. On 3rd down and 1, we're going to go Benny Snell again. He is the power back. I want to use him as a power back. 3rd down and 1. Can he pick it up? He does pick it up. First down and goal for the Steelers offense. Try and get a reception out of this. We got Deontay Johnson, and he dropped it. Just like in real life, Deontay Johnson can't come down with a pass. It's almost comical. It's just like real life. 2nd down and goal coming up. We're just going to take the sack there. I didn't want to make a bad decision. You know, I actually didn't even see anybody open. I was more focused on the pressure in that situation. Happy Feet in the pocket. He looked like a rookie there. Pickett's going to be sacked again. I'm not disappointed in that. You know, we could have sat in the pocket there and made a bad pass. We didn't. Pickett does the smart thing, just takes the sack. Luckily, he didn't fumble. We're going to take the 3. Boswell's kick is up, and it is right down the middle. 7-6 is the score. At least that puts us in a situation where if the Eagles score, it's still just a one-possession game. Our defense is playing very well. Our offense is moving the ball with a little bit of success. 2 minutes left in the first half. We're going to come out in the dime here, you know. I don't believe that they're going to run the ball very often. For some reason, in Madden 23, the opposing team never really runs the ball. So I'm not really banking. And it's a pick! Oh my goodness! The 3rd thrown interception. Carl Joseph, the backup safety with the pick. 3rd interception for Jalen Hurts. Our defense is playing phenomenal. I'm going to have to check and see if this is even on all Madden. 2nd down and 8 here for Pickett. Another play action pass. The pass to the corner of the end zone. Incomplete. You guys may think that I'm joking, but the game wanted me to go for it once again. They want me to be aggressive, you know. We are a one-win team. We have nothing to lose. We can be aggressive and not have to feel like we're being way too risky. We'll take the 3 points, though. We are up 9-7. We have a lead in this game. Can we go to halftime with that lead? Only 10 sacks so far in the season, and I think TJ Watt has maybe 2.5 of them. Watt. He gets free this time, and he's going to get the sack. TJ Watt with the big time sack. We're going to call timeout. 3rd and 19 here. This may be stupid, but I'm going to go with the prevent defense here because I just don't want them to pick a first down up at all. They're going to run the ball instead, and that may give us about 7 seconds to work with because the Eagles will run the clock out. But TJ Watt finally gets a sack. We're up at half. Man, I'm feeling good here. You know, I've seen other YouTubers play the Eagles, and the Eagles are honestly a team that you would expect to be a lot harder to beat. But a lot of YouTubers I see, you know, they kind of have some success playing against the Eagles, and we're having that same success here. And that is going to do it for the first half. We're not playing great, but we're playing good. And playing good is enough to give us a 2-point lead heading into the half. We've run more plays. We've been very balanced offensively. We don't have a lot of yards, but we haven't had very many opportunities to go on long drives. So I will see you at the start of the second half. Can we pull off the victory? 5 wide to start the drive here. 1st down and 10. We're going to find Claypool. That's a nice little play there. Deontay Johnson picking up the block. 8-yard gain on 1st down. We have not had a lot of yards so far in this game, but we have not needed to get a lot of yards. 9-7, we have the lead, and we have a potential drive here that could put us up by 2 scores. Of course, they back out of it. Pickett's going to step up and scramble, and he's going to fumble the ball. Thankfully, we get on it. We're going to have to punt the ball away, but I knew that was dangerous stepping up and scrambling there with Pickett, but Dan Moore Jr. hops on the ball. 4th and 5, we are going to punt here. 3rd down and 1 here. We're going to bring pressure here. Can we get to Hurts again? We have 1 sack so far. They're going to run the ball instead, and it's going to be a Sanders 1st down. Watt will come in and clean it up. We were in the backfield, but Miles Sanders uses a little bit of power and picks up the 1st down. Watt's 3rd tackle. We'll keep going dime and nickel. 1st down and 10 here. Eagles flip the play, I suppose. Watt gets off the block. He's going deep. And it's caught for a big 1st down for the Eagles. They're in Pittsburgh Steelers territory. It's Pascal. I'm not really sure that I like this play here. They're going to run it. It's going to be a Miles Sanders 1st down. And they are to the 24-yard line. And it's going to be a sack. It's Robert Spillane. Now has a sack and an interception in this game. Big play by the defense. He came home free. They're going to go with the bunch formation here. 3rd down and 13. We're going to go cover 3 out of the dime. Hurts is going to drop back. He's got plenty of time. We had pressure last play. We can't get there. But Hurts steps up, almost sacked. Finally is going to slide down. 4th down and 7 coming up. Looks like we're going to hold these guys to a field goal. The Eagles will take the lead. They're going to go up 10-9 here. I am glad that we took the 3 points earlier and made it a 9-7 game, because if we wouldn't have got that 1st down, I would have been sweating there. I probably would have called bad defense. We just need to take care of the ball. And it's the tight end. Sternberger wide open. We're into Eagles territory. What a pass by Kenny Pickett. On the run. Leads his man upfield. I was waiting for the fullback to leak out. He never did, so it was looking like I was just going to run it for a couple of yards. Instead, it's a big-time 1st down. We're going to call another play action. It's to Chase Claypool across the middle. We're in the red zone. Kenny Pickett, another completion to Claypool. Claypool has been his favorite target so far in this game. We're going to Freiermuth. And on 4th down and 1, I think that you definitely just take your points here. Boswell's kick is up, and it's good. That's going to give us a 12-10 lead here in the 4th quarter. We're going back to that cover 3 sky play. It hasn't worked great for us, but we did make a play on it earlier in the game, and we've looked to go back to it. And he's going deep, and it's caught. A.J. Brown, I believe, his 1st catch of the game. We've been able to limit him and shut him down. Not on that play. The Eagles are in Steelers territory just like that. 1st catch for 35 yards. I'm not sure when we're blitzing like that. I don't know why they're going way out. You know, take a direct line. 1st down, Eagles. 3rd down and 3. I don't think the Eagles are going to run it here. I'm not confident that they're going to run it. We're staying in the dime. We're going to stay in the formation that's worked well for us in this game. They are going to pass it. TJ Watt gets off his block. And wide open is Pascal. Inside the red zone go the Eagles. I'm not sure how he got so wide open. Second down and goal here. They do go goal line, so we'll go goal line. We have the big guys in. Alu in the middle. It's going to be a play action fake. Hurts trying to get out, and he does! Touchdown, Eagles! I believe that was TJ Watt in pursuit, and he was just too slow. Let's watch it again. It is TJ Watt. He dives, but he whiffs. We've seen that so many times, and I don't know what that offensive lineman was doing to TJ Watt. Wow. That was not okay. Look at him back there. What is he doing to Eagles score? What can we do? How can we respond here on offense? And Alex Highsmith is out with a dislocated shoulder. Hopefully that's not a long-term injury. We really need him back. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. That was not what I wanted to do. Luckily, the defender did not make a play on that ball. Wow. And it's caught by Freiermuth. We're 4 yards short. I think we're going for this here. That was a risky pass right there. I thought the defender was definitely going to jump in front of that. Freiermuth uses his body to get in front of the ball, and Edwards is unable to make a play. We're going to go for it. We got Deontay Johnson. He's open. First down, Steelers. We just got that play off. Kenny Pickett was almost going to get benched. I'm just kidding, but what a play. We pick up the first down. And on third down and 20 to pick up 16 yards is even more impressive. Deontay Johnson's first catch of the game. And oh my goodness. He was open. He was open. First down and 10, Eagles take over. I thought I even waited too long to throw that ball. He was open. I waited until he made the break, and he just couldn't complete it. The rookie has been as accurate as he could have been all game. And then in crunch time, he loses a little bit of his touch. First down and 10. Defense needs to make a stop here. Hopefully without allowing the Eagles to kick a field goal. To give us to Miles Sanders on first down. Sanders is going to break a tackle. He's going to pick up a first down. Man, we've got to make that tackle there. We've got to make that tackle. Second down and 1. Not really changing up the offense here. I'm going with what I think can work to make a stop. Remember, the Eagles will have the wind at their face, but it's not going to matter when you're inside of the 30-yard line in the NFL. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left. One more first down. This game's over. 1:15 left. They do decide to pass it, and it's TJ Watt in the backfield. We call timeout. It's fourth down. Pickett is going to go deep. Deontay Johnson's got a step, and he overthrew him. And it's going to be a first down. I am not sure how Pickett got that ball down the field. Fourth down and 1. The game is on the line here. And it's Deontay Johnson. Did he get out of bounds is the question. They are going to say yes, he got out. Third down and 10. I like the coverage out there on the edge with Deontay Johnson, even Pickens. So we'll see what we're going to do here. 18 seconds left. We're going to go deep again. Deontay Johnson's got a step, and it's going to be intercepted. And that's going to do it. The Eagles are going to come away with a 20-12 victory. Man, if we could have turned some of those field goals into touchdowns, I think we would have won this game. It could have been a different outcome. That's the type of game that I want to play, though. So much more of a competitive game. I had so much more fun playing this game. The fumble early in the game, I think, is honestly what cost us. I thought Deontay Johnson had a step there. I think he did have a step. We're not going to call a timeout. That's going to do it. The Eagles are going to come away with the 20-12 win. That will take us to 1-7, I do believe. We got the bye week coming up next. I do want to make just a separate video for the bye week. I'm not sure how that's going to go. Maybe I won't. Maybe I will. Maybe the next game could just be more in-depth scouting. Looking at the stats, once again, I would like to point out the first downs. Only 13 first downs. And I thought the way we moved the ball in this game was a lot better compared to what I'm used to seeing out of us. The turnovers were down. But then you look at this stat right here. 3 of 14 on third down conversions. That's not good. And we've got to improve. We held the ball for a longer time than the Eagles. And if you look at the way Kenny Pickett played, 20 of 33 passing, 199 yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. He was sacked a couple of times, but he made the passes when you needed him to make the passes. He missed a big-time pass, though, on that drive before the end of the game, that if he would have completed that pass, it would have helped us a lot. Najee Harris, he did not play well whatsoever. Freiermuth was the go-to target along with Chase Claypool. Pickens with 3 catches, Deontay Johnson with only 2 catches on the game. We tried to get the ball to him, but once he dropped that pass, I felt no longer confident enough to throw the ball Deontay Johnson's way. So I chose not to. So that's why I made the decision that I made right there. I just didn't feel confident that Deontay Johnson can make the plays. But that drop, and then we went back to him late on that 4th down, and it was just a bad pass that time. Freiermuth has probably been our best target so far this season. Claypool stepping it up big time as well. If you go over here and you look at the sacks, we had 2 sacks, TJ Watt with 1 and Robert Spillane with 1. 3 interceptions, Carl Joseph with 1, Robert Spillane with 1, and DeMonte Kazy with 1 as well. Here's the MVP of the team right here today. Chris Boswell, 4 for 4 on field goals. We played well, not well enough. That's going to do it here from Philadelphia. Let's look at the message here from the breakout performer. It's Najee Harris, and that was very embarrassing if I do say so myself. And I'm going to be honest, Najee Harris, it partly is on him to be more physical and break more tackles. I think that it kind of today's game did resemble kind of a real life game by Najee Harris, but we're 1-7. So if we go ahead and look at the standings here, I do believe that we may be the worst team. We are a part of a 4-team race to see who will get their second win. The Texans are 1-5, the Cardinals are 1-6, the Panthers are 1-6, and we are 1-7. If you look at points allowed, well, the Cardinals are close to us, I guess. And then points for, I think we are the worst scoring offense in the league. But that game right there was more of what I would like to see out of us. We played great defense. Our offense moved the ball with a little bit of success, not a lot of success. We won the turnover battle for possibly maybe the 2nd time this season. That's a step in the right direction right there against the Eagles. We'll see. Can we bounce back against the Saints? We have a media question here. Jonathan Coachman says you're under 500 right now and you've watched this team struggle through the first half of the season. Turning it around as soon as possible has to be the mindset now, doesn't it? We should be a playoff team? No. I think this right here is the most realistic answer. Absolutely, I believe this team is better than their record, but if we're not, then there's going to be changes. There are going to be some changes. We will look to potentially make a trade for another first-round draft pick, possibly. I think that we might have to make it right now. Maybe we'll just do the scouting this episode. Maybe this will just be a long episode. We'll get the scouting done. Because I'm looking for, next time I play this game, I don't want it to just be scouting. I want to get back in, play this game against the Saints. I'm hungry to be better at this game and put out great content and improve this team. So we're going to look at scouting in this video today. But let's go and see if we can find some trades. Looking at our team here, the only position that I believe that we could make some trades on and give away somebody would be at the corner position. Now, I don't think that trading any of these guys is going to give us anything better than maybe a 3rd-round pick. Therefore, I'm not going to trade any of these guys. If we do decide to trade, it's going to be a draft day trade. We're going to be the number 1 overall pick, more than likely, if we continue to play the way we're playing. So no trades here in Season 1. But that doesn't mean that people can't move as far as the offseason goes. Anybody on this roster is potentially, somebody that could be traded. Let's take a look here at Deontay Johnson. We've been talking about him a lot as far as getting him re-signed. And here we are in 8 games into the season, and he only has 17 catches. So where is his production? I don't know. I don't know what we need to do to get him the ball more. it's really been bad. And we can take a look at the the other receivers as well, but I want to look at the quarterbacks. 8 games in the season, and we've thrown 19 interceptions, so that's about 2.2 a game, something like that. If you look at QBR, Mitchell Trubisky is technically the better quarterback, but I think Kenny Pickett is due for a breakout game. If you look at the way we've ran the ball, only 520 yards so far in the season, 65 yards per game. And then if you can look at fumbles, fumbles here. 4 fumbles by Najee Harris this year after having 0 last season. So the production in the run game is completely down. And if you look at receivers, our leading receiver as far as receptions is Najee Harris. As far as yards is Pat Freiermuth. We have no weapons on offense. Our quarterback play is very, very, very below average. And our running game is extremely weak. But it doesn't end there, because if you go and look at the defense, we're talking about the reigning sack leader who tied the NFL record last season, only has 2.5 sacks through the first 8 games. So the production has been down everywhere. Right here is probably the only place that the production has not been down. Only 9 extra point attempts by Boswell in the first 8 games. We can also go ahead and look at team stats, and we can see that we only have 3 passing touchdowns and 4 rushing touchdowns, meaning we only have 7 touchdowns in the first 8 games. You can also go ahead and look at the first downs, which we're going to be last in at the end of this week. We don't get first downs. And then we can go ahead and also look at the turnover differential, and I'm sure we're by far dead last by 5. We have given the ball away 27 times. The next closest team is the Commanders and the Chiefs. We have fumbled the ball also more than anybody, lost fumbles more than anybody in the league. Takeaways, though, I think we may have the most takeaways in the NFL. So that is the only thing that we have done that has been successful this year, is we do force turnovers on defense. I'm not bashing this team, but I am saying that what I'm pretty much getting to is that this team, nobody is safe on this team. Nobody at all. TJ Watt, he's safe. I mean, let's just chalk it up as he's having a bad year. That's what I'm going to keep it as. Now let's go to scout college players here. I do want to look at these guys pretty in-depth here, but I don't want this video to be super long. If you go ahead and look at the quarterbacks, we have a couple that are round 1 grades here. Any of them that I think that I would take, I'm not sure. Kyle Myers is the projected top 5 quarterback. You also got Jake Garfield here. He is a field general. If you go ahead and look at his athleticism over here, he's not too bad. He honestly looks pretty good. 6'1", though. I'd like a little bit taller of a quarterback. I'd like to be around 6'3". You got this guy here, Tony Arnold out of Sam Houston. He's a strong arm quarterback, very slow pocket passer type player. I'm sure we will probably look at some of these quarterbacks depending on where we draft. And you also got Marvin Spriggs, who is another first-round guy. Looking at his key ratings down there, he doesn't really look to be a first-round quarterback, though. He may be somebody you decide to pick in the 2nd round, maybe the 3rd round. He's only 6 foot as well. Running backs is in a position that I'm really interested in taking unless Najee Harris continues to struggle. Receivers, though, it's not a very strong receiver class. Zay Russell looks to be the best receiver. He's a physical receiver, round 1 projected talent out of Ohio State. You also have Devin Gore, Rayshon Geddes, and Antoine McLeod. We know a little bit about Zay Russell here. The catch in traffic is a C. The deep route running is a D. So he is more than likely a slot receiver. I'll be honest with you, though. I do not like tall, big slot receivers. I want a speedy slot receiver. So that's what I'm looking for there. These are just the top guys that we're looking at here. Randall Morrison, though, at tight end. Not really looking to get a tight end. Left tackle, though, is a position I may look to improve upon. Jeremiah Booth is a round 1 talent. How good of a round 1 talent is the question. If we go ahead and look at his skills, everything's pretty much A to C, with that pass block being a B to D. I want a pass blocking tackle, so I don't think he's somebody we're going to look at. Looking over here, left guard. There are a couple good left guards here, and honestly, if I do say so myself, Donald Kincaid, I haven't added any favorites, but Donald Kincaid will be my first favorite so far. And I do kind of like Andrew Styles as well, so we'll favorite him. But Donald Kincaid looks to be my favorite prospect so far that I've seen. Here's the center position. Man, it is very weak. But Sebastian Weber looks like he could be a pretty good center, though, so we'll keep an eye on him. I do like Tyrell Day as well. And he's a round 3 to 4 projected guy, but if you look at the stats, pass block and run block, he's B and B, and the inside blocking is A. So Tyrell Day being a round 3 to 4 projected player, I think that's going to change. He looks good just by his main attributes there. Damian Burke, though, the top 5 projected guy. This is where your money's at here on the O-line in this draft class right here. I like pretty much most of these guys that I'm seeing here. I'm not a big fan of Jared Keenan there. And then Floyd DeLoach, run block being an F. Don't really like that. Edge players here, Hayden Dwyer, KC Malone. You know, I'm interested in edge rushers, but it's not going to be something that I go with the first pick in this draft. Defensive tackle, though, it might be one. But with Trayvon Tate being the only guy that looks to be a round 1 guy, we'll keep our eye on him, but I'm not really sure that I'm going to reach on a defensive tackle. Obviously, Tyree Baker, they have us projecting to get him. Got some round 1 talents. Even Braylon Hickson here looks to be pretty good. We'll have to learn more about these guys. Cedric Rhodes, we do know a lot more about Cedric Rhodes. Even down here, Darnell McCallum, we know a little bit about him. Let's look at the middle linebacker position, which I think that our middle linebackers have played fine so far this year, so I'm not really worried quite yet about them. Now, this is a cornerback strong class here. Here's TJ Gary. Man coverage, you can see over there, is a C. His press is B to D, and his zone coverage is a B. So if he's your top cornerback of the class, you kind of can see where everybody's at. But I like more of what I see out of Tyrone Peterson. I want somebody that's more man-based. But I'm going to be honest with you, I'm looking at these guys, and it's a strong corner class, but I don't see any. Like Jeremiah Stewart, for his value, is probably the best one that I've seen, along with Shelton Foster, looks pretty good. Dante Fitzpatrick, good value there. Jaquan Barnett. I don't think that I'm going to be getting a corner. We'll have to think, what are we going to do in this draft? Here's the free safeties here. Eric McCutcheon has good, strong man coverage, which is kind of crazy out of a free safety. 5'9", 218. Kind of makes you think, is he more of a nickel guy? We'll favorite him as well. This is going to be a very long video, by the way. We just got the strong safeties to look at, and that will be it. A lot of these guys are round 1 to 2 talents here. Strong in man coverage is Rashad Middleton, so he could be playing more down in the box, potentially. I think something to look at with these guys is their athletic attributes, if they are speedy guys or not. But I like Rashad Middleton, though. Anyway, I'm going to cap it off now because this video is already going to be very long. I just wanted to show you guys some prospects. We didn't do an in-depth prospect thing or anything like that. Once we hit the off season, I will narrow down my favorites and I will show you guys my favorites, and then you guys can kind of see what we're looking at as far as the draft class goes. But that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's a long one. But like I said, next time I play this game, I want to get it on with the Saints. Pause. But you know what I mean. I want to play this game against the Saints. I want to get our second victory of the season. We can still go 500. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Hope to see you guys in the next one. That's it. See ya.